trapped in a cocoon of hatred and fueling grunts with his rage and anger. Is this the result of ultimate despair? It turns out that the cell dress on the gate was not the cell dress at all, it was just an illusion created by Marashkaila in order to trap Meliodas in a cocoon that will slow the sins down. Why are you throwing us in these kind of despairs? Yes, this is I, the angry anime fan, despairing reviewer, as I'm talking about the Nanatsu no Taizai, chapter 226. Meliodas, in anger, cut down what he thinks is Celdris. Well, actually, he reveals he do not think it is Celdris, but he uh, he still cut us down, revealing that it is an illusion. But his flying deeper is also strong that it actually seeks out to Camelot. When we see the barrier surrounding Camelot, meaning that nothing is allowed to enter that, unless they of course kill the one who created it. And the one who did create it, well, that was Marashkaila, who managed to trap Meliodas in her dark cocoon and sent him in a dark world. But suddenly, the skeletons around the sins, which is probably the skeletons of humans that were killed by the Ten Commandments, all rise as their words of hatred are mentioned. Since Marashkaila can resurrect humans' souls that are filled, well, not only human souls, but can resurrect souls with the who has vengeance in their heart. It turns out she can also resurrect, well, not exactly resurrect, she can control resurrected skeletons. But unlike the souls, which can function even if they have vengeance in their heart, these skeletons are only uh, relics of vengeance, hatred, and many things more, grudges, vengeful resurrections. As the sins try to destroy these vengeful spirits, Meliodas tries to break out of the cocoon, but can't. And Mareshkaila in the cocoon appears, once again showing her very gross like appearance and her slit mouth, while she keeps taunting him, revealing that she now knows the curse was real. Apparently, none of the Ten Commandments knew about the curse until now. And maybe they heard rumors, they just didn't believe it. And so Marishkala take great delight in taunting Meliodas over the fact that his curse is real, and that his right now the expression Meliodas has is the same back as when he was the leader. We all cannot forget that when Meliodas came back after being resurrected, he was not completely the same person. And it's been a while since we've been reminded that he wasn't. And right now he is showing very, very deep anger. But we all know that that's also because he knows he's gonna lose Elizabeth in 3 days. So he wants to kill Selduris in hopes of at least ending her life before it has to be reincarnated again. But Marashkaila has successfully trapped the sin of wrath in her cocoon, revealing that every single of his negative emotions that he channels in this cocoon is being transferred somewhere else, and where it's being transported is to the skeletons. So basically his hatred and vengefulness is basically making the skeleton warriors more powerful, and she's not gonna let him out until the third day, when Elizabeth regains all her memories and then dies. Well, I've always disliked Marshkaila's sadistic side, but what is to happen now, who knows? Of course, the very fact that Merlin is impressed by this doesn't help either. The sins are now in peril, as the skeleton warriors only get stronger from Meliodas' anger, They are now technically fighting Meliodas, who for some reason cannot break free of the cocoon. The despair is currently winning. That's basically this chapter. All in all, this seems to be a good way to war out the sins. The sins' power level have now been at least close enough to clash with the commandments, although it's not exactly confirmed if it's higher than some of them. Then again, only Meliodas has the power level to clash with Selduris. Oh, but this seems to be a very good way to war out the sins, which I do not like. The ultimate despair is currently winning, and the sadistic side is not helping either. But how are they gonna get out of here? Well, I don't know. The only way I can possibly think is if Meliodas do not let his hatred and anger consume him. But knowing Meliodas, that's a very difficult, tall order for him to do. So we'll see, won't we? Next chapter is called Clash, 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 as we can only guess what that means. As the sins clash with the infused hatred. What awaits us next? Probably only more despair. Give me your thoughts if you have any.